So low-code technology is allowing us to build application without having to learn a programming language. That sounds amazing, right? Because let's be honest, software architecture and development is really hard. So when should you use low-code or no-code? And what are the key considerations to remember before you get into it? Hey, welcome. This is the new edition of Digital Blitz, your short brief on everything UX, tech and compliance. I'm Sylvain Reiter and I'm here to help you deliver better experiences for your team and your customers. So when we speak about low-code or no-code platform, they basically help us reduce the complexity of connecting different systems. It unlocks a lot of potential and opportunities to innovate. And that's really important to keep up with the speed of digital transformation, where everything is moving so fast online these days. As a disclaimer, I see very little differences when I say no-code or low-code. For me, no-code is just a low-code platform with additional layer of abstraction where they've replaced the custom code with pre-built components, but they do pretty much the same thing. Platforms like Zapier or Integromat allow you to interconnect thousands of different apps with a drag-and-drop interface where you just have to pick your data source, map the fields, and you transfer the data across. And you don't have to worry about the API, the authentication, the hosting, the deployment. It's all taken care of. And on those platforms, you can still write custom code for more advanced features or processes, so developers will always have a job. I'm not worried about that. And I think we've reached a certain level of maturity with those platforms, and I can see three main use cases. The first one is to build a proof of concept in a corporate environment where there's a large team and a lot of dependencies between the departments. Building a proof of concept with low-code technology before investing in the full implementation is a good idea. The speed of innovation can really be a competitive advantage. But as soon as things try to become a bit more complex, there is a risk that the low-code or no-code platform starts to break down on security or performance. So where I see a more useful use case in enterprise is to automate business processes. Can increase the efficiencies of the team. When you try to connect multiple systems, you want to remove all the manual processes and reduce human errors. So a simple way of explaining how it can be used is connecting a contact form on the website. When it's submitted, the record goes directly in your newsletters, sends a notification to the team on Slack, it enters the records in our CRM, and then generate nice report of performance on Google Data Studio, for example. And we could even add the extra step of sending an NDA via DocuSign and then storing the signed agreement in Dropbox. Can automate all of that just with a few clicks. And we don't have to write ourselves the 7 different API to interconnect each tool, or we don't have to wait for the next release cycle from the dev team. The low-code platform provides the glue in the middle that allows all this data to flow seamlessly. And the last big market opportunity is the ability to launch product or new services by a less technical audience. The boom of the creators economy in this movement where marketers and designers build their own businesses with it. The tools are building an ecosystem of different apps integration, so you can really run your entire business with Excel or Google Sheet or Airtable as your database. But you still need some technical understanding to map the data and do the quality assurance to make sure everything is in the right format, so it's not that easy. And as you know, on this channel, we need to look at the UX and the compliance as well as the tech. So the main point that I want you to remember is that you really need to pick the right tool for each job. And remember that low-code or no-code tech platforms sometimes have limited customization options, so it's not always the most polished user experience. And even more importantly, you really need to consider security in terms of what types of data is being shared or what could be exposed, where the data is being processed and stored, because it can open a lot of compliance issues if you're not careful. So if you're considering implementing low-code in your business, or if you need help to scale your existing integration, leave me some comments below or get in touch. Don't forget to subscribe to keep learning with me. You can watch other videos to continue growing your expertise and your career in digital. Until next time, stay safe and see you soon.